All right, guys. I just want to come talk to you, man. I just left the barber shop and I had to talk with my barber, and a lot of times what I think the black community is missing is black men who are very transparent with younger black men and tell them the truth, not lie to them, and not try and still be young with them. You had your turn to be young. I've had my chance to be young, and I ran it up. I did a lot of shit, a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have did, but it helped me. And within it helping me, it has helped me. And I've always been able to talk with other men that wanted to hear it and wanted to be available and change their life and be better. And like I said, I do this appliance repair after I get off my full-time job. And my job is so big that they have a cleaning crew that always does all the cleaning at the plant. And there are several guys that I talk with. In particular, right now, it was 3, I got 2 now. I got help one guy get hired on to my job. But these 2 particular guys they hadn't just got out of jail. One has been out about 2 years, and I've been talking to him for 2 years. And he spent 19 years in jail for killing the guy. And he had a lot of anger issues when I first started talking to him. And he had a lot of anger issues toward the guys that he was with because he took the charges. There was 3 guys there. And he took all the charges, and nobody kept it real with him. Nobody, because they was all selling dope. They was doing things. And he took the charges for everybody, so nobody else had to go to jail. No letters, no money on his books, nothing. And he felt a certain type of way when he got out of jail, from what he told me. And I could tell he used to be a lot more aggressive. And but he hung with it, with the job. And he started out cleaning toilets, demeaning, but he hung in there because he said, man, I can't go back to what I just left. And he's worked his way up. And I'm really happy for the guy. But I talk to him on a daily basis. And this guy is older than me, but he called me big bro. And when I pay tithes not to the church, but to guys that I know that has less than, and it ain't no rhyme or reason. I might pay for somebody groceries. I might just give money to one of the guys that I talk to, and I do that because I want to help those who are overlooked in society. And it's a lot of black men that feel left out. Talking to my barber today, he has a familiar story as a lot of black men have. His daddy was on drugs. He's from New Orleans, and that's what he known his whole life, that his dad been on drugs. And he said, man, I feel like I raised my dad. And there's a lot of resentment there toward his father. But also, just being raised up in an environment that it was cool to cheat and have different ladies. And my man had been married before and, divorced. But this time he really feeling heartbreak. And it just shook him to his core. He's a good dude, He moved out here during Katrina and stayed out here. Went to school, finished high school out here. Really a good dude. But those things that you learn as a kid and that you see, it stays with you sometimes. And you grow up mimicking what you thought was right and what you thought was cool. And man, this heartbreak got it. It's one of those deals, man. He told me he was waiting for me to come in all day long, man. I'm going to give it to him for real, and I'm going to talk to him and, give him my point of view, but also I'm not going to take it easy on him. And, man, you can see that a lot of the things that we talked about, it reached him, it got to him. And we stood outside talking maybe 30, 45 minutes. And I'm just like this. I'm cold. And at a certain point, I wanted to leave, But at the other hand, I knew that it was my duty to talk to this man. Because I tried to leave one time, and I said, all right, bro, I ain't going to lay too much on you. Go ahead. And we started walking because this car was that way. And he said, man, I ain't got nowhere to go. Like, I ain't got to leave. And that was, I already knew what the cue was in my head. He's saying, man, and I already told you, we're waiting for you all day. And that second time, now it's like, man, I ain't, you really ain't got to leave. I really want to keep talking. And I did. I stood outside in that parking lot with him 30, 45 minutes and just talked. And man, it's cold out there. It's in the 40s now. But I felt that I couldn't leave him. You can't leave somebody who's reaching out for help. You're doing a man a disservice when you turn your back on him. And man, I just want to tell you right now how this relates to appliance repair. I've been talking to people. People have been emailing me privately. And man, I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you guys being very honest in those emails, being vulnerable. And I just want to extend my hand to you guys if you guys need to talk. Because a lot of times, it be more than just appliance repair weighing down. I as a young man that I don't know if he's old, I'm sure he's older than me. I'm 41. That he wants to go full time, but he don't feel like he have the support of his wife. And man, that's a hard feeling when you don't have support. I've been in places in relationships with people that I felt were there, but they weren't there. And I understand that feeling of being with people but still being alone. So I just try to uplift you, the guys that reach out to me and give you the best advice I can. But I just want you to know, man, you ain't alone. A lot of the things that you're going through, there are other people who've been there. And I would advise that you reach out to somebody and find some help, or somebody that you can talk to, that you can trust. But I'm always an advocate for counseling, man. Don't let nobody tell you no different. I go to counseling. I go to counseling on Tuesdays, man. I shut down what I got going on to go out and have a trusted advisor and a trusted ear that I could lay out my ideas, my feelings, my emotions, and my hurts too, so that I can be a better person for everybody around me and in my family. And if you don't have that, or if you can't financially have that, man, I'm not trying to tell you I'm gonna be your counselor, but you can reach out, man. The email address is down there in the description. KS at swserviceandrepairllc.com, man. And I just had to do it because it's on my heart, and because I've been working with people, not telling nobody, just all my life, man. I told my barber, I had a friend about 3 months ago, and he wanted to talk about his relationship. He had some things going on with the girl he say he want to marry, but he wasn't really treating her right. But if you talk to me, I'm gonna give you the real. And I told him he had a lot of faults, man. And I don't know, if you telling me this and this, but then you doing this and this, man, I can't condone that, man. And I messaged my friend. We grew up together a couple times, and I sent him a message yesterday because I knew he liked cologne, and I had a Kevin Samuels deal pop up on there about bond number 9, and I sent it to him, still to no reply. It's been 3 months and my guy hadn't hit me back. But you know what, man? Hopefully it made him a better person in the long run if I never talked to him again. because I gave him the real, and I wasn't gonna lie to him, no sugarcoat something so he could feel good just because he's my friend. And that's just who I am. But I would just advise you guys, I know this is an appliance repair channel, but there's a lot of men. I look at my analytics, and I think it said 83% of the viewers that watch the channel are men. And I just want you guys to know that you ain't alone out here. And there's some things that you're doing, you might be doing out of hurt. And it's okay. But realize and recognize what you're doing. Find you somebody to talk to and get you some help, man. Because we all, if you from the hood, you all know people who are on drugs, and nobody grew up and said they want to be a dope fiend. They want to be strung out on drugs. What happens is a lot of times the hurts and the traumas, because I drank alcohol since I was 16. I stopped drinking December 6th of 2020. And when I went to ABC, when I was in class, that was a white styrofoam cup, and I was drinking when I was in ABC class, man. That's straight up no lie. I was drinking when I was in class, and I ain't ashamed to tell you. You know, whatever you got going on, whatever hurts you got, whatever traumas you got, man, you got to work that stuff out. And you got to be willing to face the demons. You got to be willing to face the skeletons in the closet. You're going to have to go open that closet door and deal with the darkness. Yo, so I just want to let you guys know, man, that I want you to find you somebody and get you some help. I know a lot of these distractions and a lot of these traumas and a lot of these bad habits that we have are because we haven't dealt with the emotions and the emotional traumas that we have. So I just wanted to come to you today, man, just to let y'all know this is Appliance Repair channel, but I want to give you the real me. I want to give you what it really is, because there's some people out there that need it. There's some people out there that really want it, and they don't know who to talk to or who to turn to. And I just want to let you know, man, you ain't alone out here, okay?